Hey guys, Probably1701 here, and today we're going to be talking about season 17. So, some Tom Baker. I always enjoy talking about some Tom Baker. So, the question is season 17 good or bad, or where does it fall in the middle for you? Now, I don't have a full opinion because I haven't seen all of season 17. As I mentioned before, there are three Tom Baker stories I haven't seen. And two of them are from season 17. I haven't seen Creature from the Pit, and I haven't seen the Nightmare on Eden. So, touching on these two first, Nightmare on Eden is one I hear is not very good, but then I also hear that it's overrated. I mean, it's underrated. I hear that it's underrated a lot. So, that one I'm really looking forward to seeing for myself because while I know it doesn't have a good reputation, I've heard several people talk about it being underrated. I know Wingy Media likes that one a lot. I've had people down in the comments tell me that I need to see it, that it's underrated. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that one just so I can form my own opinion about it and see what I think of it. Now, Creature from the Pit seems to be universally pretty bad. Every blue moon I'll find somebody that likes it, but for the most part I hear it's bad. I have seen that one clip of Tom interacting with the creature, and it doesn't look promising. Does not look promising. But I do want to see that one just so I can have a valid opinion on it. Plus, to form a more valid opinion of the whole season as well. It does have two strong stories in it. City of Death, of course, which is my favorite Doctor Who story of all time. I absolutely love City of Death. I forget sometimes that it's not completely written by Douglas Adams. It is a group effort with two or three different people writing for it, with Douglas among them, because it does very much feel like a Douglas Adams story. As someone else has said, I forget who it was that said it, but somebody said that his fingerprints are all over the story. It's very true. It really does feel like a Douglas Adams story. It's definitely got his wit and his humor, which I absolutely love. I love The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So I really love City of Death. Cracking story. My favorite scene in all of Doctor Who is also in that story. So phenomenal. And then now we have Shada. And Shadows are another really strong one. Again, this is a Douglas Adams script, and it's really, really good. I love Shada. I'm glad that we have Shada finished. I have the Blu-ray and I have it on DVD as well of the 2017 version that was finished with animation. I really like the animation they used for it. It really fits the rest of the episode. So it has two strong stories in it, two very strong stories. Now we also have the Horns of Nimon, which is not a good story, but Tom is really good in it. Tom saves this story. He's what makes it watchable. Tom is really good about taking bad stories and making them watchable. Excuse me. And he really does that here. The story is not good. The set design is not good. The budget for a lot of these stories, because I feel like so much of the budget went to City of Death and Shada, especially for like the location filming and stuff, since City of Death is in Paris and they shot part of Shada in Cambridge, that I feel like some of the other episodes suffer. Horns of Nimon suffers. The budget, I mean, the sets look atrocious. The kids acting aren't great, but at the same time, they're very two-dimensional characters. The kids aren't really fleshed out very well. The guy playing Saul Deed, or whatever his name is the way he's playing that, whether that be the actor or the director, it's very camp, very over the top, very distracting. The guy who plays the guard or whatever he is that actually is the one that throws the ship off course, his acting is very not great. I don't really know how to phrase it. Again, it seems very two-dimensional, not great. I don't really care for him, which again, it could be the director, not the actor. But Tom saves it. I love Tom in it. Tom is good in it. I love that scene when he's telling the guard, "Oh, don't you worry your little head over it. You just focus on holding that gun steady." When the guy is holding the gun on him, that's my favorite scene from the whole episode, from the whole story. Tom saves it. He does have a lot of moments in this that make it watchable for me. I've watched The Horns of Nimon, I'd say at least 3 times. So I have rewatched it just because I like going back to it, just because Tom's good in it. I find Lala very irksome in it. She's weird for me. I'm not a big fan of Romana too. Some stories I like her in. She's really good in State of Decay. She's really good in Warrior's Gate. But then there are other stories like this one where I don't really care for her. She just doesn't really work for me. And then we also have Destiny of the Daleks, which I've said before, I think is the most mediocre Dalek story ever made. I don't think it's bad. There are definitely worse Dalek stories. I don't think it's good. I think it falls right there in the middle. Again, Destiny of the Daleks has the same problem of no budget. The sets look atrocious. The sets where they find Davros don't look anything like the sets from Genesis. So it's kind of weird. They look nothing alike. The scene when they fall down the little chute, which in and of itself seems odd, and the Dalek bursts through the wall. It looks sad. The Movellan design is silly. I don't like their outfits. The fact the Movellans are so easy to beat, you just bloop, 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 take the little thing off their waist and you got them. Man, if the Terminator had been a Movellan, Sarah Connor wouldn't have needed Kyle Reese. She would have just been like, "It's a Terminator!" Bloop, 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 bloop. Of course, you'd have to know to do that, but still. But still perfectly watchable. I watched Destiny of the Daleks probably 4 or 5 times. I like it. I own it on DVD. Like the little enhanced effects. You know, they're not like major, but they do improve on it a little bit. It's easily a watchable story. It's a story I enjoy. I'll put it that way. It is very enjoyable. I do enjoy going back to it. I actually do like Lala in that one. Of course, I love Tom in that one. I can't figure out how Davros hasn't gotten eaten by something. I mean, he's got cobwebs all over him. If you were inert for centuries, wouldn't some bugs have eaten you by now? But Destiny of the Daleks is also one of those stories you really don't want to think too much about, or it just really doesn't make sense. But it's a fun watch. I enjoy it. So we have 2 stories I haven't seen. One with a really bad reputation. Another one with a really bad reputation that I often hear is underrated. Then we have 2 really good stories, including the best ever, in my opinion. And then we also have another really bad story that I have seen that I still enjoy watching just because Tom's in it. And then we have a mediocre story that I enjoy. So overall, I like Season 17. It's very up and it's very down. And then you have Destiny of the Daleks, which is right there in the middle. But I like it. I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of it. I enjoy it. I think this is Tom Baker, the 4th Doctor at the pinnacle of his wit, where he's really, really witty, which I really like. I like that kind of wit. You know, I'm a huge Blackadder fan. I'm a huge Married with Children fan. I like that kind of wit. So I enjoy his characterization in these stories. I'm not the biggest fan of Romana 2, but she still does have strong stories. So yeah, I like Season 17. Again, ups and downs, but overall I enjoy it. What do you think of Season 17 and where it falls kind of on your 4th Doctor scale? Comment down below and let me know. I always enjoy interacting with you guys and finding out what you think of Season 17 and what other video topic I happen to be talking about. Other things to do, click the like button, click the subscribe button, click the bell for notifications so you never miss out on a new video. I've also started a Patreon page if you would like to become one of my patrons. There's a link to that down below. For the entire month of June, I am allowing access to a lot of stuff that's usually at the higher tier levels at the entry level. So for only $2 a month, you can get access to a plethora of videos. I have polls. The 2 polls I were doing just closed. One was voting for which 4th Doctor companion I'd be doing a video on. Leela won that one. So I will be doing a video on Leela soon. I also did a scaled down version of the poll for which Doctor Who story that either wasn't popular or that I didn't care for that I would be rewatching. Android Invasion won that one. So we'll be rewatching the Android Invasion again soon. Ham is going to love that. I absolutely know it. He's been wanting me to rewatch that one, I think. Which is good. I actually do own Android Invasion on DVD, so I won't have to like look online for it or anything. I actually do own it, so I'll be doing that sometime in the next week or so and getting a review for that up. And there will be more polls coming soon. I haven't thought of what the next one's going to be yet, but it should be up in a few days and probably already up by the time this video airs. As I'm doing it on the 10th. I think today's the 10th. So, yeah, check that out if you're interested. There's a link down in the description below. Most importantly, stay safe out there, and thank you for watching.